Guilty! 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 Guilty!
Traitor! Traitor!
How the letters look? Are they all pretty well lined up?
You know, from where we were.
Where are you then? This way.
Come off the ballot! No insurrectionists on our ballot!
Why wouldn't we call 10 million people crossing the border illegally an insurrection? Why wouldn't we call the situation where you take away your freedoms of speech, your freedoms of religion, your freedoms to bear arms, why wouldn't we call that an insurrection as well? Look, the people need to make this decision. We the people need to make the decision on who's going to be our next president. And what we know is going to happen here is this is going to embolden the American people even more, that they're going to get out and vote. You know what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This is going to make President Trump even stronger. This is going to motivate people to get out and vote for him.
Oh, you didn't hear me? Oh. Do I need? But watch. All I have to do is stand here like this. It does the job. Innocent.
Guilty! 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 Guilty!
I'm Cleo. I'm a grad student at American University. I have been here since 9 p.m. last night. We are still not inside.
I'm Arian. I'm from Hong Kong, but I'm currently working in New York. I've been here about 10 p.m.
All right. And so you were telling me you camped out all night. How was that? Were there any regrets? Any times you were kind of feeling like maybe call it a night and head home?
Yeah, I came prepared. I got blankets, I got snacks, I got my Switch.
Same. So we prepared.
We came together, so we got all our stuff together.
And what is the reason that you wanted to wait out all night and be here today?
It's a historic moment. It's a historic court case. We wanted to try our hand at getting in, seeing it for ourselves.
Awesome. So does it seem like to you guys, based on the way things are looking, that you'll be getting in, or how have they been? Have they just been letting people in first come, first serve, or?
So hopefully like we can get in, because they let the first 40 people, but like we are capped to 50-ish, so yeah.
Okay, so hopefully they make a little more space and a few more people can get in. Awesome.
Thank you. I'm not sure.
Okay, over here.
I'm just hoping to see that Trump is off the ballot. That's what I'm hoping to see. That's what we're here for today.
And this is a reminder of Trump's wall of fame. Central Park 5, he did his best to publicly indict those young men with no information, no lawyer, no anything, full page ad. That's how committed he was when they were innocent. That's one iota of what he can do with his power or misuse his power. He can't be president again. He can't.
You're currently blocking an intersection. If you do not move now, you will be arrested. You're blocking the intersection.
We just want to get one photo of one of the
Don't need to get all upset.
it. Block Trump! Nobody got hurt carrying this banner out of the street. Nobody got killed. But on January 6th,
No one defecated on the desk.
yeah. The Supreme Court must remove Trump from the ballot. Trump is a traitor. 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 Trump is a traitor.
Chris, get on the sidewalk.
Trump is a traitor.
Otherwise, stand.
Trump is a danger. Trump is a danger. Remove Trump! 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 Remove Trump!
Gotta be something.
Yes.
You said earlier that you don't think Secretary of State should have the power to disqualify people from the ballot, but you threatened a few weeks ago to remove President Biden from the ballot. Curious how you square those two statements.
Well, there's no need to square it at all. What I said was we should not have that, but if the Supreme Court said that under the Constitution we do have that authority, it would be used. It should not be used. We should not have that authority, and that's why all of us are before the court saying, stop this now. Anybody else want to speak to that?
He's a criminal! Stop Trump now!
Someone else? Are we all done?
Trump now!
Can I ask when you expect them to make a decision?
I would expect a decision within the week.
Whoa.
I'd love it if we got
Oh
a
my
decision
gosh.
on Monday. If being in the court for the arguments, it did seem like most justices already had their decisions made. So it needs to be done quickly. This is not the sort of thing that should go on for a long time. We need to make sure it's a comprehensive decision. Technically, this case was about the Colorado case. The main case was not appealed up to the United States Supreme Court. It's still going through the state process there. We need to make sure that the court rules in such a way that gives us finality for this question, because we want to run elections and let the people make their own decision.
Sitting for America! He's criminal!
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
What are you doing?
Secretario Morales, ¿te puedo preguntar aquí?
The peaceful transfer of presidential power is what sets our democratic experiment that has persisted for 250 years apart from those countries whose democratic experiments have failed. Section 3 of the 14th Amendment is a self-defense for our Constitution, based on the idea, learned through painful experience, that those who break their sworn oath to the Constitution by engaging in insurrection against it cannot be trusted with public office again. President Donald Trump engaged in insurrection by inciting a violent mob to attack our Capitol and disenfranchise over 80 million people who voted against him. In doing so, President Trump disqualified himself from holding office. That's not something we are doing to him. That's not something any court is doing to him. That is something he did to himself under our Constitution. Today is a day that tests our nation's commitment to the rule of law and to whether our Constitution applies equally to everybody, regardless of their popularity. The law is clear that President Trump can hold no office again unless 2/3 of Congress grant him amnesty. We are confident that the U.S. Supreme Court will apply Section 3 as written and uphold the decision of the Colorado Supreme Court, standing for the principle that no person is above the law. I'd like to introduce as well our lead petitioner, Norma Anderson, a longtime Colorado Republican who have the courage to bring this case.
I'm going to trust them to do the right thing.
Drop your arm, please.
As you just heard.
Louder!
Sorry about that. I guess I've been staying closer to the mic. Is that better?
Louder.
Almost. Sorry, I've got a loud voice. I used to call kids over 100 acres. So this is as loud as it gets. But anyhow, where I was, our founders drew up a constitution that was still in effect. But we had a little insurrection back in the late 1860s. And guess what? They wrote Amendment 14 with Section 3 in it. Insurrection, you cannot serve if you committed insurrection. What is trying to throw out an election? I call it insurrection, as well as raiding the U.S. Capitol. Come on. That is insurrection. The last time it was raided was by the British in 1812.
You know, hard on me, dude.
Really?
Come on.
That was the war.
We're all just trying to work here. Yeah, we are.
This is very personal to me. I've lived a hell of a long time, and I've gone through a lot of presidents. And this is the first one that is trying to destroy the Constitution. And I thank you for being here.
I voted for Donald Trump in 2020. I am a registered Republican. And I watched with horror on January 6th as someone who took an oath to the Constitution worked to subvert that oath, had for 2 months pushed a false and dangerous narrative that fomented violence, that inflamed a crowd, that attacked the building that is near us. I was once a congressional staffer. I know what it's like to be in that building. I cannot imagine that somebody who had taken an oath of office would go back on that oath, foment violence against the very people that he had worked with. As a Republican, I believe in rule of law. I believe in our Constitution. I believe in its very plain words that said, you cannot take an oath of office and then subvert that oath and foment violence, foment insurrection. I am so proud of all of us who are here today. I'm so proud to stand with Norma Anderson, who actually represented my district when I was young back in Colorado. She is a great leader. We have so many great people on this case who have come forward to say, this is the line. This is the line. You cannot foment insurrection. You cannot foment violence. You cannot do these things. They knew about this back in the 1860s, and that's why they put this into place. Today, we are proud to stand by the Constitution, by the rule of law, to say, never again. And I hope that this court, I know that they take it very seriously. We've watched as they ask very hard questions, that they take their role very seriously in upholding the Constitution. And I can speak for all of us that we are so proud to be here today on behalf of the American people, on behalf of our democracy, and on behalf of our Constitution.